What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. And nigga, do I got a story for that ass, right? And we talking about Bhad, baby, aka Cash Me Outside. Y'all remember her, right? And what's interesting about her is, when I saw her on Dr. Phil, I was in 2016. I thought that was gonna be it. Like, yo, who's this ghetto little white girl out here doing the most? She's up there tripping and all of that. But man, she actually ended up still building momentum even at 13. And we in 2020, we still talking about her, aka Danielle Bregoli, aka Cash Me Outside. Now, Bhad Babie. And here's the situation with Bhad Babie. People like her because she's white, but she portrays a ghetto African-American attitude, okay? She's pretty much what a hood chick down the block, the same kind of attitude, the same type of talk, the same type of swag, and that's what trips people out about her, because technically she's white and she shouldn't be acting like a ghetto black girl or a black woman, but that's what she acts like, right? And a lot of people get mad at her and troll her. And she's come out and talked about it like supposedly, she's trying to darken her skin. She shouldn't wear box braids like a black girl. And she does punch back, right? She's not no punk. If you talk about her trying to be black, she gonna call you out. That's one thing I do like about her is she will call you out. Like she ain't no sucker, right? And she's only 17, but she will fight back. And that's what a lot of people like about her, is that she will talk shit back, right? She's not the little, oh my God, give me the music. Oh my God, I'm so scared. The black people are roasting me. What am I going to do? That's not her. She back on you like, bitch, let me check you real quick, all right? And one of the things is that they're back blaming her again for trying to be black, all right? And she's responding to the blackfishing incidents, to the, I'm darker than my hair color, my box braids. And she's addressing it on the Instagram post. Now, obviously, during the quarantine situation, a lot of people are addressing things on Instagram. And I want to actually play the video of her talking about how she grew up, right? And I know this because white folks that grow up in the ghetto with blacks, a lot of times they emulate those particular habits, slang, talk. One of my best friends is white who grew up in Del Paso Heights like me, right? So they do like the same certain things, the same situations that black folks like. They talk, they got to fit in. A lot of times being white in the black community is much more difficult because you get picked on a lot. But she made a statement recently saying that I was raised in the hood like Tarzan with the monkeys. And I want you to hear about that. Hear what she said, and we're gonna come back and weigh on it in a few. Let's go.
Where I grew up in Florida, I didn't know no better. We all said shit. We all said shit as guy. It means guy. It's not. I never said fuck you N-words. Y'all say that I try to be black because I grew, or maybe a reason of me trying to be black because I grew up in the hood. Tarzan, right? The story of Tarzan. He grew up around the bears in the jungle. He didn't know no better. He grew up. Listen. Tarzan was with the monkeys. He grew up with that. That's all he knows. When someone grows up in a certain area or a certain place where they're a part of their environment, they only know what's been around them. They only know what's been taught to them. I'm sorry I didn't grow up in suburbs with the white girls with the blonde hair and the blue eyes, because you know what? I put money on it. My ex-boyfriend shot at in that area and is doing 10 years right now for killing somebody. My ex-boyfriend, one of my first boyfriends, James Lee, is in jail for murder right now. That's the type of people I grew up around. That's the type of area I grew up in. He fucking right by where he stay at. I'm sorry, that's what I grew up around. That's all I know. I can't help it if I act a little bit hood, or if I act what y'all would say is more black. I'm sorry. That's the type of people I grew up around.
All right, so you heard what she said, okay? And I'm not gonna try to say that this is all the way racist. I'm not gonna pull that card. I'm gonna tell you why. Her friend in the background was the one that was saying monkeys, and she's in the zone. And she's pretty much trying to say, like, I can't help how I am because of where I grew up at. This is how I am. Like, I'm not trying to be black. This is me genuinely. Tarzan grew up around bears. He grew up around the people, and then her friend in the background was like with monkeys. And maybe she wasn't thinking about what she was saying. And you guys know, I like kind of going in on swirlers and white people and stuff like that. That's one of the things I do, go in on my channel to a certain degree. But I'm not gonna say what she said was racist, even though it was. I don't think she was intended to mean it like that. I don't think that. I think that she really is like she is, and it's not an act. That's a part of her culture. She identifies with that. Just like white gang members, right? I know white gang members, they was the most dangerous guys on the set. Like, one of the most worst things you want to do is get involved with a dude that's a white Crip or blood. They're the most dangerous guy. Any white guy in a black gang is the most dangerous dude, because you don't know what he had to do to get to that point. I'm telling you, white Crips and Bloods in black gangs, they're the most dangerous, for sure. I know that personally. So I think that what she's trying to say is, that's how I grew up. I can't help it. But maybe in the heat of the moment, what she's saying, it is racist, even if she may not mean it like that, because what you're saying is, and how some blacks are gonna take it, is, oh, you grew up around monkeys? You mean like black people? So Tarzan grew up around monkeys, and you did too? That's how some blacks are gonna take it. But see, what Cash Me Outside doesn't understand is, see, you think you know the black experience, but you don't. What you know about is the hood rat experience. You know about the ghetto black experience, or so you think. Because see, how many of us black people that grew up around the ghetto, we grew up around the Tarzans with the so-called monkeys, and we didn't end up like you, and we didn't end up like that. Hallelujah. I know I'm preaching up in here this morning. Put on the church music real quick while I'm talking. We're going to actually put on the church music right now. I'm preaching right now. So, listen to this. Brother Antoine Wade, put his picture up there, all right? We're going to put up Dr. Kenyon Meadows, right? People like that. People who come on my podcast and talk about they grew up in the hood, and they're not there now. Because you know what? Even if you grow up in the hood, and you grow up around the drug dealers, you know what? For me, it was growing amongst the Bloods in my neighborhood, or if I was in Compton, the South Side, Atlantic Drive Crips, I was around that every day. Shootouts every day. Hitting the deck every day. That means when the drive-bys come through, you on the floor. That was me. My dad was a crackhead. But did I end up like that? Was that my excuse? Bad baby? Cut the church music off. See, that's an excuse. See, you don't know, a lot of us that come up in the black community, we come up under those same circumstances. But most of us don't end up like that. And we can help it. See, that's an excuse. And a lot of people out here always, and I hate this, you want to use your circumstances to define you. All right? That's what Bad Baby is on. Oh my God, I can't help it. Please, yes you can. I know white people that grew up in black neighborhoods that can help it. What about the Africans? Let's talk about them. You got many Nigerians, many Haitians, many Jamaicans. They grew up in the black community. They don't turn out like that. They turn out great. Somalian. Many of them do turn out like that, but many of them don't. See, it's all about your mindset and what you want for yourself. And for you to say, oh, I'm white and I turned out like this, it's really a disrespect to every black person that lived in the same circumstance. And I'm gonna be honest, you know, Bad Baby, you're a white woman, white young woman. You still white. See, you get dropped acting black anytime you get ready. But what about the black women out there that can't drop acting black whenever they get ready? What about the black man who can't drop acting black when they get ready? And this is their life. So you think you know about the black experience, but you really don't know about it. And that's the problem. Because you act like being around, you know, the monkeys or being around ghetto blacks, that's all you can do. It's people graduating medical school, graduating engineering school, business school, college every day that grew up in the hood. Worse than yours. More dangerous. And don't act like you. So the reason why you act like that, it's a choice, and what you are is a caricature. Really, you're the Caucasian lady that acts like a Negro that entertains people, and people think it's funny. All right, and you basically dig into the stereotype that all black people are like that. So when white people think about blacks, they think about you, and that's not how it is. So guys, tell me what you think. It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Now make sure at the end of the video, right, there's my face that's going to come up at the screen towards the end. Make sure you click on my face and subscribe. Hit the bell. All black men on my channel should do that. This channel is for you. It's a black male channel. I focus on African American male issues. Make sure you do that. Also, for those of you, you want to email me, check out my email in the first comment pinned to the top. Go ahead and do that. And then also, check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. Go ahead and check it out at my Teespring store. First comment pinned to the top. All my information is there. And as we know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.